Hi, it's Maxine, Kaye, and yoga from the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. And we're here to bring you another love note, just to find one more way to connect with people. And we're getting very creative about that, aren't we? Well, one of the things that Reverend Mike and I are doing is teaching class via Zoom. And the class I've been teaching on Tuesdays, the fourth one will be tonight, is The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. It's a wonderful, life-changing book. Such simple, powerful spiritual practices. And we carry around, unbeknownst to us, so many negative beliefs and inner agreements that we have made with the world that we weren't even knowledgeable about in most cases, but they tend to boss us around, to drive us in a way that does not create a happy life where we're feeling free as we were intended to be. And so these agreements that we have made can't really be changed until we become aware of them, and also become aware that there is a power much greater than those agreements, that there is a power much greater than we are, a power for good, that allows us to make those changes. Emma Curtis Hopkins said, "Awareness is curative." Oh, that is so freeing, isn't it? To know that once we notice what we've been thinking and feeling and how we have been behaving, that we could go, oh, that's not God's intention for me, and that's not my choice for me. So we become aware, and we become aware that there's a power that allows us to move more freely and to make the changes that we desire to make. And sometimes with grace and ease, and other times with a bit of suffering. We're not intended to suffer. And so once we become aware of the changes that we're ready to make, we can, as Don Miguel Ruiz says, begin to dream a new dream. Now we're here in this time, we live in interesting times, and we're here in a time of reset. We are resetting the world. We're resetting the ideas about the human condition. We've been sent to our rooms by the earth to begin to just think about, not in terms of really being scolded, think about what you've done, more in terms of think about some new priorities. Think about the sweet simplicity that we've been experiencing. Of course, it has not been without its challenges, some very painful, not only the health problems, but the finances and so forth. But underneath all of that, hasn't it been rather lovely to simply connect with people, those with whom we live? Fortunately, many of us live with people we love and can feel close to, but also the people that we're not close to geographically. We're finding very creative ways to be with them. I look at yoga and I think, well, that's what peace looks like. That's what peace looks like. We can learn a lot from our little four-leggeds, can't we? So now that we're resetting, and now that we're having an opportunity, she also loves her freedom, so I'm going to let her down to experience more of that. Now that we're looking at things differently, having our microphones pop off and put them back on again. See, there's always something we can do to make a difference. We realize that we've been dreaming a dream that has not been a dream of heaven. We have been dreaming a dream that has been hellish and restricted and closed in, and we are not experiencing the joy and the freedom that we came into this life to experience. So what's wonderful is once we become aware, we can change things within ourselves. It's not a matter of changing things out there. It's always a matter of inquiring within, just like the sign in the store window says. We inquire within. We find out what it is that we are ready to set a new intention about, and we allow that loving presence and power within us to make those changes. We have learned to care more about each other. Have you noticed this? We have learned to reach out to each other in so many different ways. We're so creative and we're so intelligent and so compassionate that we find ways to make a difference in other people's lives. Reverend Mike and I did a wonderful thing today. Many of you know, especially if you're in Pennsylvania, and they may be doing this in other places too, but there was a great flyover today in Philadelphia and Center City of the Blue Angels and the Thunderbirds who flew over Center City in praise and recognition and celebration and gratitude for the health workers. And it was a beautiful display of gratitude and caring. I can just imagine how many of those wonderful, overworked healthcare workers had an opportunity either to look out the window or to come outside the hospitals and to see and to hear this magnificent event. Now, we weren't in Center City, but we were close enough that we were able to hear and to see these planes flying overhead so fast, and it was exciting because we were with a lot of other people socially distanced in our cars, some of them on the grass, having a picnic, all of them ample distance apart, caring for each other, celebrating our healthcare workers, and having the joy and the great thrill of watching, even though they were up there and they were very small, not really, they seemed small, we had this wonderful opportunity to celebrate a great activity today that showed the caring and showed the support, showed the compassion, and showed the thanksgiving. We're finding ways, beautiful ways to connect. So let's use this reset time as we're sheltering more in our own homes, to shelter more in the heart of God, and to begin to use our beautiful creative imaginations to form a new dream for this world, one in which there is compassion, one in which there is connectivity, one in which there is setting new priorities, what's really important, making the changes, simple ones, major ones, but allowing this creative power within us, so intelligent, so wise, so loving, to make creative differences for us. So I'm grateful for this time in which we're learning to become aware, to dream a new dream, and I'm inviting you to join us in creating a new dream for this world, one that works for all, one filled with love, one filled with wisdom, changing our priorities, living life more sweetly, living it more simply. We can do this together. We are doing it together. So let's have a spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer, shall we? There is one life, and it is the life of God, and it is whole, complete, perfect. It is magnificent. That life is the life that brings and brought and continues to bring into manifestation all creation, all sentient being, all forms of life. And I am one with that divine presence. I am an individualized manifestation of this one life. Each sentient being is a beautiful expression of the divine. And so I give thanks that in this magnificent power and presence, and in our awareness of our unity with it, there is peace, there is power, there is infinite possibility. And so choosing to dream a new dream for our planet, for humanity, is what we are affirming today. A place of peace and power, a place of caring and compassion, a place where all needs are met, a place where we are waking up, becoming aware of that infinite possibility within us all. Finally, to co-create a world that works for all, for all, for all. And so infinite wisdom knows exactly how to go about this. And we give thanks that it is ours to plant the seeds, and it is the law of mind itself that is already growing them for our joy and our delight and our gratitude. And so it is with great thanksgiving that we accept a beautiful new idea. And it is with great confidence that we now release this word of truth to the perfect law of mind, delighting that it is already so. And shall we say together, and so it is. Good to be with you. Please come be with us again on Sunday morning when we live stream. Check our website, which is cslphilly.org. You'll find how to navigate to get to be with us that morning. You can also look at the other love notes that Reverend Mike and I have the great joy of sharing with you. It also has opportunities. That website has several opportunities for you to continue to contribute, to support our work at our beloved center. We thank you so much. And so it is.